this brings me to a question I wanted to ask you.
Mhm.
Like, what really inspired you to get into like somatic experiencing and nervous system regulation? Like, was there something specifically that
Yeah.
sparked this journey, or like, can you speak to that?
Yeah. I mean, there were a couple different things from a client standpoint when I was working in the addiction and mental health industry as a counselor at a rehab, working with clients who were so incredibly dysregulated and disconnected from their body. And again, like phone use, like we talked about, drugs and alcohol are a great way to completely escape. And when you remove the substance and then they're just stuck with like, holy shit, this is like really uncomfortable. I don't want to be in this experience.
Yeah.
That is their life and their body and their
Mm.
mind. Having the tools to be able to say, okay, so how can we create some more tolerance within the nervous system to be able to sit with these really uncomfortable physical sensations, emotions that you just desperately want to avoid, the memories maybe that you want to escape from. So all of those things that I think for a lot of people, again, it's really easy to want to lean toward like a quick fix, and quick fix a lot of time in rehab is like, how can we fix this with a medication? And there's no shame in using medication in any way. Like, it's a very useful tool for so many people to get through some really difficult situations. But what I found for so many people is they would utilize those tools, and there was still this huge missing piece of like, okay, but how do we actually sit with the emotion? How do we actually tolerate it and experience it in its fullness, move through it, and know that you're going to make it out on the other side okay?
Right.
So that's the kind of like the client perspective of what I was seeing a lot. And then just for myself personally, the anxiety and just like burnout and depletion that I started to experience working in the industry was quite intense at some point. Like, I found myself coming home from work after a really long day of like running on fumes and anxiety and massive amounts of stress, and coming home and wanting to completely check out.
Yeah.
Like, there were times where I would tell my husband, like, I literally feel like I need to just be in a dark room with like my eye mask that I sleep with and like noise canceling headphones. Like, I am so spent. I can't. And when that happens, like, obviously your relationships suffer, your everything suffers when
It's
you're in that state.
overstimulation. Yeah.
Completely overstimulated internally and externally. And so it was over the course of a few years of really working to regulate my nervous system within the context that I was in when I was still working in that job of like, okay, so this is my reality right now. I am working this job. It's serving a purpose in so many ways in my life. How can I do this in a way where I'm not feeling like I'm dying?
Yeah,
Like,
absolutely.
and so it was great for me to experience like, okay, I'm going to do what I can. I'm going to take ownership over my own nervous system response and apply the tools that I can, and to sit with the discomfort at times, or to, you know, close my blinds in my office and just take a minute to like lay on the floor and just breathe for a minute. And over time, what I noticed is as I began to kind of calm my nervous system or regulate my nervous system to tolerate things better, I started to have like increased capacity to envision something different for my life. And so it was like the like stepping stone to be able to actually do something different with my life. And now we're here doing a podcast. So I don't know. I don't know, you guys.
I love it.